Okay, I had a viewer that was wanting me to do some more stripping wire, so I figure I'll dedicate this to my viewer. Strip a little bit of wire. It's getting late now, so I can't strip too long, but I'll strip a little bit. I'm just wondering, it bangs a bit. I wonder if that door is banging. I have to see what the banging noise is. That's the kind of makes the noise of the bang, okay? Bangs automatically. That's a lot of cutting. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to, there's two different grades here of wire. Wow, that's heavy. That's all cutting I'm going to do. I'm just going to clean this. But you can see it goes fast. Machine's super fast. Anyways, I'm just going to stop for 5 minutes just so that my battery cools down. I don't want to max out my battery. I want to film a bit more. Okay, so as you can see, this is 14 gauge. I don't think 14 gauge is really worth it. For every 100 pounds, you're only gonna get maybe $30 savings, $25–30. But it's a good start here. See how things turn out. Yeah, it's nice stuff here. Oh, wrong one. It's number one, number two. This stuff here. I don't know if I can get into number two with this. Or number one, probably not. Yeah, I don't want to really chance it because they'll say, oh no, it's not number two. It's not number one. I mean, it's like bright and shiny, but the way the machine, that one wasn't too bad. Okay, well, let me peel a little bit more off here. You can see it's all free. See that? I just don't know if this is going to be number one. You know, number one, bright and shiny, I don't know. I'll try. Otherwise, I'll just have to separate it. Like, they're pretty picky, but you know, the reason why is because when you start fire this in a kiln, you lose a percentage, right? You know, number one is solid material. You put fine stuff in there, the kiln will just burn up and it just goes into smoke. Waste, right? That's just beautiful, huh? What I call this is shark bite. I call it shark bite. I don't know, CW380 I think, or something like that. But out of Ontario, I paid $1,300 for this, but they're a lot more money now. They went up in price. I think I was looking recently, it was, I don't know, like $1,700 or something, maybe $1,800. I'm not sure, but the price was a lot higher. Not a pleasure to look at that. This one kind of clean. She comes off nice. Okay, I'm gonna keep cleaning the stuff here for now. I'll get back in a few minutes. I'll just show you how much waste I got out of here. Okay, still peeling these wires back. So far, every one that I put through went through good. The first batch I did on the ground there, those are rejects. They didn't go through properly. So I had to redo it. All these ones here are going to be number two. These got little slivers and they're really tiny wires. So let me number two. So far so good. So if you're looking for one of these wire strippers, you have to look in Kijiji out of Ontario. I forgot what this place is called, but it's something like WRS 380 or something like that. It's a shark bite. I don't know what the current price is now. It's a little more than what I paid. I've had it for about 3 years now, but never really used it, so this is my biggest batch. At first, I had to get used to setting it. You don't set it properly, it just chews all your wire up. It doesn't do a good job, but if you set it up to the right wires, and then get little tricks, you know. See how I don't have to adjust nothing. It's one, all the different adjustments are there, right? All I do is just bigger and smaller holes, that's it. If you had another wire stripper like a Stripmeister or whatever, you have to keep adjusting it. So I mean, there's probably like these 10 different wires, well, say 5 different wires I've been stripping here. So at the start I stripped some really tiny ones. They're like 16 gauge. So I figure I might as well try to strip it, right? If you're interested in getting one of these, I mean I think it's well worth it for sure. I mean, like, see this is probably just number 2, but they kind of have it set up that you know, I think the low grade wire, if you strip the low grade wire, you might make a little more than some of the really big wires, because big wires, like they have 20% waste on there, right? So 20% waste, that means 100 pounds, you'll have 20 pounds of waste, right? But they're paying $1.82 for that kind of stuff, so you might only be difference of maybe $30, because these big companies are making money also in plastic. I think they might be making 10-15 cents a pound for plastic, possibly. I don't personally know, but they're obviously doing, you know, they're making something. See, like I stripped these ones, but they might be a little too fine, those little ones. But you know, 12 gauge Romex, all your cords, like all your dryer cords, no problem. Really good, actually. See, these ones just doesn't, you might not have stripped those. Seems like there's nothing in here. What's going on here? There's nothing in this thing, so where'd the wire go? Maybe it spit the wire out already, I don't know. No wire in this thing. There's no wire in this one either. So I must have stripped these somehow. Stripped it and spit it out. No wires in them. Weird. Yeah, so because it is somewhat self-stripping, right? So you know, a lot smaller wires would be stripped out. I can feel it in here. There it is. Didn't strip this one 100%, but it stripped okay. I'm hoping these 200 pounds of wire when I'm done here. Number 1 and number 2. I don't know what's going on here. So where did the wire go? I don't know what's going on. So this is a video dedicated to my viewer. Just wanted me to strip some wires, so I gotta do it anyways. I have no choice, so I'll just make a separate video just stripping a little bit of wire. As you can see, there is, you know, waste. See the waste here? It does build up. It's not super heavy, but there is waste. So I see what it is. See how it came out of here? It looks like it's still here, but you can't see the slit really. That's what it is. I know most of the stuff stripped pretty good. I don't know how I can lift this up here. I'm gonna make it super heavy, so when a guy's scrapyard goes, tries to lift it off the dollies, he's gonna go, holy shit, like, you know, kind of thing. He's not gonna believe how heavy the load is. And this one I compressed. I stomped on this thing over and over. This one only springs. This one disappears. The material goes to nothing. See, this is stuff you like here. This is probably like this could be like 30%. This one I think 25% maybe or something, but it's not 20%. If you have lots of this, it's gonna add up good. A lot of weight with this stuff. See, that's a dryer cord here. See how the dryer cord comes out. It's always one side is always a little bit easier. Once the back side cuts better, you know, if you know what I mean. Front side skips a little bit at the start. Like not much, but back side cuts completely through. So that's your dryer plugs. See, this is all empty. There's nothing in them. Empty. And some of these have plastic on here. If you see that thin plastic coating, that makes your wire strips slip. That's why I had to go through twice on some of these. Sometimes the machine, it just gets kind of weird and it doesn't want to go deep enough, and it takes just the plastic off. It barely takes the plastic off, and you have to do it twice. Oh yeah, these are all stripped. Amazing. All stripped. Guess all the wire I had to start. Never had so many showing. I mean, this machine is probably made in China, but you know, it's still not bad. It's okay quality, I think. It's a 3 horsepower motor, so it's got a lot of guts. But it's belt driven, so when it starts to jam up, the belt just slips, right, and it shoots the breaker. Jams up pretty easy, but I have it set really deep right now, so you know, that's why I'm working on smaller wires. If I was working bigger wires, I'd have to open it up more because it's set too deep. Basically going for, it's really narrow. It's getting all the small wires mainly, to be honest. Like this one here, it's small, right? Wire in here. See how this has the plastic on the outside. This one I have to put, well, here it is. Looked like it didn't do it, but it did. It's 14 gauge. Okay, let me keep going. This small 16 gauge, forget it, it's just too small. The wire doesn't cut properly. So this is what I couldn't cut. There's a few that I had to go through, but some I used on a knife on about 4 or 5, but this is what I have left here. Okay, I think that's might be it. Hopefully. See, I've been through 2 or 3 times on this type of wire, and it's kind of gives up now. So it's a little bit harder. Well, it's number 1 here. Bright and shiny. This one went through, no problem. Let's good. This one barely went through. See, it just derails once it's got a little cut. It just derails. Almost got this one. Okay, there it is. Okay. There. See, this one's not that good either. Try one more time. Okay, it's done. Okay. A little sweep up here. That's all I'm doing for stripping because it's getting too late. It's a little too noisy machine. Oh. 80 pounds for sure. Holy smokes. At least 80 pounds more. Okay, I'll take this all back. This one I'm just going to have to about the way it is. If I had a small stripper maybe it might work, but to be honest, not worth it. It's just too small. Here's quite a bit of waste here, see that? Okay. So where's my dustpan? So my cats like this dirt. I want them to get slivers. So I'll clean it really good. Dustpan, where are you? Okay guys, don't forget to subscribe, share, as always. Thanks for watching. Couple of slivers here. Okay, that's it. That's like 10 pounds of waste right there. Okay, that's it. So I have that whole tub and a little bit here to do. These strip pretty good actually. These Gosling wires from the cables for TVs, the TV tubes. The wire that goes in the back of the glass tube. They strip pretty good. Okay, great. Thanks for watching.